Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. You know what time of day that is. So, you know there are two types of people in the world from my observations throughout my life. And it's weird because some some the majority of the people are like the passive kind. They accept the nature of this reality that we live in without questioning. They actually enjoy it for the most part, and they're okay with it, with the way it is, and they don't want it to change. It's fine for them. It's they accept it, and it's okay. And then there's a smaller group of people that we see. Not only do we see, but we feel and we sense that there are things that don't seem to be right. There seem to be a lot of things that are out of place. We seem to have the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and the heart to feel that there are things that are not as they appear to be. There is also this factor of we value our ability to think for ourselves. So for us, it is very natural, second nature, even that when certain events or things may happen around us, that everybody seems to be fine and okay with it, we see through it right away and we understand that there is something going on behind the scenes that for some reason you can see it, but the people around you cannot. And we're not different from these people either. That's the thing. We're not special, but we are very in tune with ourselves to the degree that when these things happen, we know right away that something isn't right. For a lot of us, we've had this feeling all of our lives since we were little children. We already knew since the moment we arrived here that this place is more than the eye can see and the ears can hear. There's a lot more to it than we are told. And this is really what makes us different in this sense from the majority of the rest of the population, right? We love to see with our own eyes, think for ourselves, question things when you know deep inside that certain things should be questioned. It's not about accepting everything and being okay with it. I mean, if that's what you want to do, you're free to do whatever you want to do. Like I said, this is this channel. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life and how to do things, right? So, what I'm saying is, And I don't know if it's always going to be this way. That's the other thing. I don't know if for some reason this smaller group of souls, people that are here, that I consider myself to be a part of, the thinkers, right? The ones that are questioning things and seeing our own value and all that stuff. But what happens is we understand that there is value in questioning things and knowing ourselves and becoming acquainted with ourselves on a deeper level, as opposed to most people just, they come in here, live their lives, work, go home their whole lives, and they don't do anything to change anything. They're fine with it. They think it's fine how it is. And there's this group of us that knows that no, it's not fine the way it is. It can be so much better in so many ways. But nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to want to do anything about it to make it better for everyone. Like I said in my prior video, everybody is in it for themselves, right? It's just, I don't know what it is. I get it. There's a lot of conditioning programming since childhood and from external environments, from our parents, from everything. But still, I don't think this structure and system of thinking and accepting things without questioning is that hard to come out of. But you have to be willing to. And I think the problem is most people, they just they wanna they wanna stay in the comfort zone. They don't want to step outside the box. They don't want to think outside the box. Just stay in the comfort zone. It's easier that way, right? You don't got to deal with anything. You don't want to make life harder for yourself because trust me, once you realize certain truths about life, a lot of things will shift and change. And in some situations, at least for a certain amount of time, things may seem harder than they were before. But it's like I said before, once you see it, you can't unsee it. There's just no way back. You can't put the genie back in the bottle anymore. It's over. you just have to you just have to live with and accept that, and it's not going to change after that. So, but I'm here just to tell you that there's nothing wrong with being a critical thinker and knowing how to think for yourself and question things when you feel the need to question things. Assert your your own power over yourself. Know your energy. Know what know when putting boundaries is necessary for your own well-being and even the well-being of those around you. And there's one thing I learned as being an empath is that you can't fix the world by yourself. You can't help everyone. It doesn't matter how much you want to, how much you feel the need to do it. Because the problem is, a lot of us, we do this so much. And in the process, what happens is by doing this the way we do it, we always end up forgetting about ourselves and sort of abandoning ourselves. And then when that happens, bad stuff's going to come your way because, you can't forget about yourself. That's the worst thing we can do. Forgetting about ourselves is just not good at all for our own well-being, right? And really, this is really I wanted to talk about this for this topic today there there may be other, um, types of people out there besides the two that I just talked about. Who cares really? This is just my observation as someone wandering this earth for 50 plus years. And to me, it at least up until this moment, it feels obvious that the majority is fine with things how they are, and then there's the minority that, as a side effect, in a lot of ways, ends up suffering because we know that things need to change. We know that things are not well as they are, and then it could be so much better if people were only willing to put in the effort and the energy that is necessary to improve things for everyone. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. It helps reach more people and it helps the channel grow. And I will catch you all next time. Take care and be safe.